This year can be your year for healthy habits that stick. These 10 tips will change the way you approach your health and wellness. No more excuses. Building healthy habits isn't always easy. Life likes to throw us those fun curveballs. Like for me, last year, a torn meniscus and surgery sidelined me from a major fitness goal, and it was frustrating. But I learned that small, sustainable changes make all the difference. So today I'm sharing 10 tips for building habits that actually last, not just for this year, but for years to come. These are the strategies that have worked for me and for my clients and helped me come back stronger than ever. Let's dive in. All right, we are starting with the big picture. Tip number 1, find your why. Not the because I should or because everyone else is doing it kind of why. I'm talking about your bigger picture, the thing that lights a fire in your belly when you'd rather just lay on the couch and watch Netflix. And don't give me the, well, I just want to run a 5K or I want to get stronger. No, we are digging deeper. Why do you want those things? What's the reason behind this goal? Is it to have more energy to keep up with your kids? To give the finger to that pesky chronic disease that runs in your family? Or maybe it's to prove someone else wrong. Your why could be to live a long and healthy life, to be around to play with your grandkids. Or it could be wanting to feel good and look good in a swimsuit for your 40th birthday trip. Wait, was that just me? For me, after my injury, my why was reclaiming my strength and showing my kids that setbacks don't mean that it's game over. They mean that you suit up and you get back in the game. And here's the deal. Your why keeps you grounded when life gets messy and gets busy. And it will get messy and busy. Our motivation fades. But your why is what keeps you going and keeps you motivated. So grab a pen, write it down, and post it somewhere that you will see it every single day. Whether it's on your fridge, on your mirror, inside of your snack cabinet. I had a client who wrote hers down and kept hers in her wallet so that every time she went in there, she's reminded of her why. Every small step, every meal prepped, every workout crushed is bringing you closer to your why. But listen, your why only works if you show up for it, and that's where consistency comes in. Let's make this one crystal clear. Consistency is everything. Show up for yourself over and over again, even when you don't feel like it. You know, like when you swear you're gonna work out after work, but somehow you end up in your pajamas on your couch watching TV instead. We've all been there. But look, once you get that flywheel turning, it's smooth sailing. But getting started is the tough part. Consistency isn't about perfection, it's about doing what you can do consistently, over and over again, getting those reps in. Let's talk about workouts. So many people want to go from 0 to 1,000 overnight. But if you can't stick with it, then what the heck is the point? Start small. Maybe it's a 20-minute walk or a quick YouTube workout 3 times a week. Whatever fits into your life, make it doable, consistent, and then build upon it. And cooking is the same deal. Keep it simple and doable so that you can be consistent. For example, my husband, who is not a fan of cooking, sticks to the same 2 breakfasts on repeat every day. It's eggs, turkey sausage, sourdough toast, some kind of fruit, or oatmeal every single day. Is it exciting? Not super exciting, but does it hit his nutritional needs? Absolutely. If he can make it work, so can you. Consistency can also be as simple as a glass of water every morning. I've been doing this for years. Water first, coffee second. That is my rule. It's nothing fancy, but now it is automatic. And I start my day with hydration and it sets the tone for the rest of my day. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent habits. They add up in a big way. Ever have one of those days, the I don't feel like doing anything kind of days? Cooking? No. Meal prep? Hard pass. Lifting weights? Nope. I get it. Some days the struggle is real. But here's a game changer. It's the 5-minute rule. And here's how it works. Tell yourself, I only need to do this for 5 minutes. That's it. Just 5 minutes, and then I can quit if I want to. But you won't quit. I'm serious. 99% of the time, you will keep going. And that is the magic of it. Once you start, momentum kicks in, and before you know it, you've finished your workout or prepped for the week or made dinner that you were close to skipping and going for takeout. I use this trick all the time, especially when I don't feel like cooking dinner. I tell myself, just chop the veggies, Amy, 5 minutes, and you're done. And guess what? 10 minutes later, I'm sauteing and seasoning and dinner is in the works. Or when I don't feel like running, I'll say, just put your shoes on, get your headphones in, and just get out the door. And once I get going, I'm feeling good, endorphins are flowing, and I usually keep running 99% of the time. The 5-minute rule is like a hack for your brain. It takes the pressure off and it makes tasks feel manageable and gets you moving. If you think the 5-minute rule could work for you, hit that like button now. Let's make it happen. There are about 1 billion gadgets out there that can track, alert, and monitor your health. But the truth is, you don't really need any of them. Don't let the "I need equipment" excuse hold you back. Do you want it to be day one or just another one day? You already have everything you need to get started right now. And honestly, starting without all the fancy gadgets is a blessing because it forces you to actually listen to and tune into your body. For example, running without a pace tracker is a game changer. You're in tune with your natural rhythm, your breath, and you're not stressing over numbers, whether it's pace or distance. And tracking your protein, you don't need an app for that. You can use the palm of your hand, eyeball portions. It's simple, it's effective, and it keeps you focused on what your body needs, helps you tune into mindful eating cues and not what an app tells you. Now, apps can be beneficial, but don't let not having fancy equipment hold you back. Raise your hand if you've ever thought, well, I blew it today, so I'll just restart next week. I've been there and I hear it all the time. I ate like garbage today, so I'm just gonna skip my workout. What's the point? Or I missed a few days of meal prepping and eating healthy, so I'll just start on Monday. But here's the thing, that kind of thinking is an absolute trap. It keeps you stuck and it's totally unnecessary. We all slip up or we have bad days, but guess what? That's normal. That's part of the process. What matters is what you do next. The journey to better health is never a straight line. It's going to have peaks and valleys, ups and downs. What matters is what you do next. Maybe it's a 10-minute walk or grabbing some nuts as a healthy snack. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to keep you moving forward. So ditch the "I'll start next week" attitude. Progress is progress, and it's those 1% gains that matter, not perfection. Planning is a game changer, whether it's for meals or workouts. Now, I can almost hear your groans through the screen. Oh, meal planning, the dreaded adulting chore. Have you seen the memes that say, who knew the hardest part of being an adult is figuring out what to cook for dinner every single night for the rest of your life? It might be a bit dramatic, but hear me out. Meal planning does make a big difference. It reinforces healthy eating habits, and it makes consistency so much easier. Personally, I like to meal plan for 2 weeks at a time, or even a month if I can swing it. This frees up mental space when it comes time to cook. No more wasting time deciding what to make while you're driving home from work, and you can skip that back and forth dance of rummaging through the fridge and the pantry trying to figure out what the heck you're gonna have for dinner, only to end up ordering takeout. And you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It doesn't have to be new meals every day for an entire month. Taco Tuesday is a classic for a reason. It's easy and everyone loves it, and you can switch it up whenever you want. And while you're at it, plan your workouts. Seriously, treat them like appointments. Put them on your calendar so you can show up for yourself. So go ahead, plan those meals, plan those workouts, and watch how much easier it gets to stay on track. It's like giving your future self a high five. I am all about the small changes, and here's why. It's not about transforming everything overnight. In fact, big sweeping changes all at once often lead to burnout pretty darn quickly. It's the tiny, consistent changes that add up over time. That's how lasting habits are built, one small step at a time. And when you start stacking those small wins, you'll feel more confident and more motivated than ever. Remember that consistency we talked about earlier? Yep, this is where it all really comes into play. So here's your homework. Think about one small change you can make today. Maybe it's swapping out soda and drinking a sparkling water instead, or adding some sliced veggies to your lunch, or doing 10 air squats before you sit down in your chair at work. Find your small change and start today. Not tomorrow, certainly not Monday, today. And drop it to me in the comments. What's one small change you will make that you can stick to for the next 30 days? I can't wait to hear it. Having a support system or accountability partner can make all the difference in your success. Whether it's a friend or family member or even an online community, having someone to check in with, to share your progress with, and keep you accountable is invaluable. I don't think I would have been able to meet my running goal without my husband as my support system and accountability partner. He helped me start slow and gave me those little pushes or big pushes I needed to go further or faster. And sometimes we all need a little extra push or someone to remind us why we started in the first place, reminding you of your why. So don't be afraid to ask for support. It is absolutely setting yourself up for success. If you're looking for more accountability or need help with nutrition, check out my programs linked below. I offer everything from one-on-one nutrition counseling to meal planning and healthy cooking classes. Let's cut the BS. It's time for a little dose of tough love. Reaching your goals takes work. It is not going to magically happen. It's easy to feel all motivated at the start of the new year, but true success comes from sticking with it when that excitement fades and life gets hard. And let's be real, when you see someone crushing it on social media, it might look effortless, but behind the scenes, it is anything but. Social media may show the highlights, but the real work happens in the in-between moments when it's busy and hard and you'd rather give up. That's where growth happens, and that's where your goals really take shape. But here's the thing, it is worth it. You're worth it. Your health is worth every bit of sweat and effort and persistence. So make that decision right now to commit for the long haul. No more starting and stopping. The results won't come overnight, but if you keep showing up for yourself every single day, you're going to see progress. Celebrate the wins along the way. Sure, you have big goals, but don't forget to acknowledge the progress that you're making during your journey. For me, this was key in my running journey. After 9 long months of physical therapy, I finally got the green light to run again. And my big goal was to run 390 miles this year because I'm turning 40 in January. And my first run was just 2 very slow miles, but I was pumped. And then when I hit 4 miles and later 5, I absolutely celebrated because just a year earlier, I was on crutches, hobbling around and dreaming of the day that I could run again. And for my clients, we celebrate every win, big and small. Meal prepping healthy breakfasts for 2 weeks straight, win. Feeling more energized during workouts because of better fueling, another win. Celebrate your progress, it matters and it keeps you motivated, which keeps you consistent. See that cycle happening? So stop waiting for the perfect time and just start now. Find what works for you and keep showing up for yourself and for your why. And those little actions, they build momentum, turning into habits that stick. And before you know it, you will be thriving. For me, that meant not only reaching my goal of 390 miles for the year, but surpassing it and hitting 400 miles. Proof that with the right mindset and the tips that I've shared today, you can achieve more than you ever imagined, even after a setback. To keep that healthy momentum going, it's time to fuel your body with the right foods, especially as we kick off the new year. Click the video on your screen right now to get a list of foods that are powerful to keep your immune system at the top of its game. And I will see you over there. Until then, eat well, be well, thrive.